Hello and welcome to the Project's Relax Talk. I am your host Smokey, and joining with me, as always, is my co-host Spooge.
Hello.
All right. It's actually been quite a minute since we recorded a Relax Talk.
Yeah.
But today I have a question that I need answered, and what better way than to can we're both dropouts, correct?
Yeah.
Then yeah,
That is
who
correct.
has more authority to figure out the answer to this question than two random ass dropouts on the internet? The question that I want answered is Stephen Grant from Moon Knight a tulpa? I'm actually very interested in this.
Yeah, because oh yeah, and spoilers for Moon Knight, by the way. If you haven't watched Moon Knight, go watch Moon Knight
Yeah,
before
well,
watching
we
this.
have actually, hold on. You should be plugging our own shit. We have a review that came out yesterday.
But before you watch that review, you should also probably watch Moon Knight first.
yeah, but still queue up the review after you watch Moon Knight. And to be honest, we cannot. I can suggest binge watching Moon Knight. It's a decent enough series to binge watch.
Yeah, it'll go by pretty fast. It'll go actually, but it's like not too fast, so it's almost kind of like a long movie.
Yeah, definitely like a 6 hour movie that you can like take breaks in between and shit, which is actually very
Like The
refreshing.
Stand.
But yes, I think Steven's a tulpa because he is intentionally made, and that's not how split personality or DID, dissociative identity disorder, operates. Usually, the alter is completely separate.
Yeah.
Is manifested through like a traumatic period. It could have, you could say the beating of his mother was the traumatic but
Mhm.
experience that he went through, but he intentionally was staring at Stephen Grant, the hero of the movie that he was into,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
he
I agree with that.
it,
And I mean, like and also just like not only with that context, but the context of like them going to the afterlife and the fact that they have two hearts, like representing that they have two souls too.
yeah,
Like he is an actual like full on separate being.
yeah, and unfortunately, that's not how you're supposed to treat DID that way, because
Hmm.
that's how the subject is treating it themselves, but that's not true. That there is not two soul, what it quote unquote souls or anything inside a human. It's just your
Yeah.
brain is cracked.
Like and they can have like an extraordinarily like different personalities, and I have to like look it up, but I'm pretty sure there are cases like even of like this separate personality like knowing a different language, you know. But it's those are usually extremely rare cases, and it's usually still kind of explainable, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But though I even though there's like I have to say that we can go into the another question because I feel like we both hard agree Steven is a Tulpa.
Yeah, he's definitely a tulpa. He's a thought.
Uh,
He's a thought that's manifested.
And let's talk about what's his other name because we have to acknowledge that he actually fits more of the of an actual like
Alter. Yeah, he
separate
isn't he.
alternate.
Yeah, he's definitely a
But
split
he has
personality. But can a
but
split
we have to
personality become a
acknowledge that
tulpa?
we have to acknowledge that he has a soul too.
Well, we did not see that. Now we did not
He was
see.
shaking in the sarcophagus in
Yeah,
the
but we did
afterlife.
not. We didn't see if he had like an actual heart or something. They'd have a sarcophagus representing him, but they didn't show us in the context of Stephen. We have He actually has a heart and a soul and stuff. But Jake Lockley, he was never judged. You know, we
Okay, this
never.
this this might be a theory then, but I feel like because even though when they kind of did come to terms with each other at the end too, though, I feel like I feel like it could be implied that the other thing that was just making it impossible for that to be balanced was the third, you know, the
Maybe
third
that
guy.
is a theory that I thought too. That the only reason was because it wasn't judging all three of the altars. It
But
probably.
I do agree. I feel like I think he's an alter, but I feel like what we have to do, what is a rule with tulpas is that though they can be intentionally made, they can be unintentionally made too.
Yeah, but that is
And
an
it could be he
extremely.
could have started as an alternate, and then it took form as a tulpa. That could very much be a thing.
Okay, all right. So yeah, that is true, but I don't think he's a tulpa yet. I don't think he's a
Mm,
tulpa yet. I think he's still an altar that is in the crux of becoming a tulpa because he's definitely becoming more in control. He's definitely,
mm,
taking over the body a lot easier than the rest of it. And it's usually in high stress moments, but
mm.
that's how fucking an altar works. So that's gonna be what happens.
Yeah, that would be a cool twist if they actually go into it and then it is just like an alternate, and they kind of show that that actually isn't at all even like a separate personality. It is like connected to Mark, you know.
Which it seems it kind of is, and you kind of had a theory, even though they did mention he was working for his CO Bushman, that was his partner. You did have a
Hmm.
theory that Jake Lockley might have been the quote unquote partner that got greedy,
Hmm.
which that would be a nice twist if it wasn't the CO Bushman that went crazy, and it was, you know, because he did, while he was a mercenary, he went on a fugue state, and I'm going to assume that's like the first time Jake Lockley might have manifested himself. Was the first initial
Hmm.
fugue state that had him dishonorably discharged from the military.
Yeah, I did have a theory that it's kind of like in the same way that Stephen was consciously made to be kind of like a kind of a safety blanket of like a saving his innocence and stuff. You know, having like at least another life that could be living normal. I feel like he unconsciously made the exact opposite, like something that he can just like let himself loose his all his anger into without any like consequence. And
All right,
as,
I'm just
as
gonna.
they die.
Well, yeah, no, I know, but oh man. All right, so we can keep going. We're still on
Mhm.
the Tulpa. We had a little technical difficulty for me right now.
Yes.
Uh, Steven's a
Technical
Tulpa.
diffle cutie.
Yeah, Daphne's trying to get attention, and they're refusing to let her out, and
Oh.
it's almost like they know I'm recording or something. I wonder if that's like a subcon, like if I should not, because they get worse when I warn them. Let's get into that. I know we were talking about like, but warning people
Reverse
about,
psychology.
yeah, like it's fucking weird. Like I'm like, hey, I'm about to record. Can you keep like the house quiet and stuff? And they go out of their way to make it like even louder. It's weird. It's like, oh, he told me what to fucking do, so I have to go. Like, what is with that?
See, maybe it's just the natural, your family's natural, like being against authoritarianism of any type. You should present it a rule, so it must be broken.
Yeah, that I assume so because it can get quite annoying.
It's
We
just
we
the rebel blood.
you have no, like, we scrapped several episodes just because the background noise is just way too out of it.
And some we haven't.
Yeah, sometimes we just rolled with it. We have several
Hmm.
hacking.
It's the Rio episodes.
Yes. So, let's get back into the Steven and Tulpa thing. Fucking
Tulpa. So I think we established that yeah, he's a
yeah,
Tulpa,
yeah.
and
He's definitely a
I
Tulpa.
and then the other dude is
He,
possibly going to be a Tulpa. I'd still say the sarcophagus is like him in the sarcophagus is like a good evidence of him being already an entity.
I think it might be symbolizing that he's shifting into that because he still
Hmm.
has to be no, he still has to. He might have subconsciously, become a Tulpa, but he still has to become actually known to Mark Spector to start become because that ultimately who he would be Mark Spector's Tulpa if anything. He
I
can't be
I
Conchu's. Conchu can't make fucking I now. I can't actually say that because now we're getting into the power set Conchu. That might be just one of Conchu's powers is he can create fucking tulpas out of people.
oh yeah, maybe like taking advantage of like a personality or even like maybe Stephen Grant was more of like he wasn't a different personality, but maybe he was still like in a way that an imaginary friend would be like that type of thing, you know, like he could escape into that, and then Conchu made it real.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely that definitely could be something and in order to do that was to manifest Jake Lockley, his perfect avatar.
Hmm.
Because Jake Lockley, he seems to be reveling into it, like Arthur Harrow probably was. He seems to be loving Khonshu's work a little bit too much because he seems to be killing
Hmm.
innocent people too. He killed all the
What
orderlies
was
in the.
he?
He
What
killed
was
all
he
the
speaking? Was he
orderlies.
speaking Brazilian? Was
Uh,
he speaking Portuguese?
Portuguese or Spanish? I'm not 100% sure on which, but yeah,
Where did they live? Where did his brother die?
I think
It
I
seemed
want to
like
say
somewhere in South
Boston
America.
because Mark Spector goes into a Bostonian accent, but when he's in the Bostonian accent really heavy is when he has the bandage on his nose, and I think that's Jake Lockley. I don't think that's Mark Spector with the bandage on his nose because it just there's just one random scene where Mark Spector or Stephen Grant, has the bandage on his
Okay,
nose.
speaking Spanish.
Yeah, he's okay. But yeah, I'm not sure where they're from because Stephen Grant's English, that's obvious, but
Hmm.
Mark Spector's Jewish, and they have a Bostonian
Yeah,
accent, and fucking Jake Lockley speaks Spanish. So I want to say Boston because Boston is kind of like a good melding pot for all those cultures, except the English. That's the only thing that I can't pin down is where Stephen Grant got his Englishness from.
but it seemed like well, okay. Was he at? They were on vacation, I think. Then when he went in the cave, then right?
Maybe that seems like that was a cave that was nearby their house that they explored all the time because they had rules about the cave.
Hmm. That's just like their house seemed weird. It didn't seem like it was
It was hard to pin down where they were from. Like I said, just because they
because
they
later
don't
they were
really have
definitely living in Boston.
with the alters. It's hard to pin down their ethnicity because they kind of all have different ethnicities.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know where they're from. I want to say Boston. Boston would be the most because it's a melding pot, and I guess Boston would probably you could say is a good tourist trap for English people.
Yeah, and I'm not even really arguing that's like where that he's not from Boston. I feel like he's from Boston. I feel like it seemed like they were living somewhere else at one point, and then they like were in Boston later. You
Maybe,
know,
maybe they were in England, and then after the accident, they moved to Boston. That
because I
that
was trying
definitely
because
could
it
be
seemed
the
like in
case.
the I have to look back, but I don't know the air of the like where the accident happened. It almost seemed like it was in South America, and that's why like it would make sense to like where he would get maybe the Spanish from. You know.
Maybe I don't know though. That's the problem. Like, because nobody's speaking in any accent or anything except Mark
Hmm.
Spector, and it's a Boston accent.
Well, yeah, because we only ever see his family as just like him in the like in the
Well,
wilderness.
his father don't have an accent at all. It's kind of just like a plain speaking person, you know. They
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
really give him and his mom is the same way. She doesn't really, have any dialect or anything. It's just a plain speaking person.
Hmm.
So it's really
Yeah.
hard to pin them down. They're American. That's all I can say. They definitely speak American English. They're not speaking English.
Hmm. I know they didn't set it up for it, but they could have set it up. It'd be kind of cool if they set it up that Mark was also just another personality.
Oh shit, that would be.
That'd be
But
a fun twist.
who would be who would
Like if
be
he took
the
his brothers, if he was actually the brother and like Mark was actually the brother who
oh
actually died.
oh shit, that would be fucking. I know that they would never explore that, but that would be crazy. That would be great. That would be fucking awesome,
Marvel,
dude.
what if?
Yes, Marvel. Oh man, dude. God damn it. I want to work for Marvel. I want to be an ideas guy for Marvel so bad.
just just sit back, get stoned in like the back of like a little like writer's room all day, and then all of a sudden just like randomly spur out like some random idea and just be like, Marvel, what if?
Yes.
Write it down. You getting
Oh
this?
man.
Just have
Well,
like yeah, they have to hire someone that just has to stay up like 24/7 around you until you just randomly spurt out an idea.
uh, there's no real good segue into the next. Andy Dick is in some hot fucking trouble. There's no way that I could segue into this. Let's just do a
Oh, by
let's
the
do a
way,
hard segue. I know we were talking about tulpas, and I kind of wanted to talk about the tulpa subject.
is Andy Dick a tulpa?
Yes, it's Andy Dick a fucking tulpa. Oh shit. I say he is definitely not human anymore. That's for damn sure. He's a trickster god.
He is. I feel like Roger came to life.
He is definitely. Oh fuck yeah.
I mean, I know Roger
Roger
is
has
just based off of
manifested.
Andy Dick, but goddamn it, it's too accurate.
Oh man. Oh shit. That's perfect. But
Unfortunately,
you will have to.
real life Rogers would be a monster though, and that's what
It
we've got
it
to
would
run
be like
into.
what's Roger's personality that's like his most hated Ricky Sanchez.
R- Ricky Spanish.
Ricky Spanish. Yeah, it would be like a real life Ricky Spanish.
Ricky Spanish.
Uh, but yeah, you will have to lead this section because I barely know anything. I
Okay, so I want to acknowledge before if you haven't listened to one of the earlier episodes where we talked about where I talked about him groping that a streamer, a live streamer, one of the those real streamers that go around in the RVs,
they
uh,
called like vans.
Sonic something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
There's a type of
the dude's
community
name
that
was
they
like
are.
Sonic 77 or some shit. I forget his name, but yeah, it's all community Blades. Blades always there.
Oh my god. Fucking only use me blade.
Yep, and unrelated. I mean, he also almost did a RV rape.
Great. That's just great. To be
Seems to be
honest, I,
a reoccurring
I,
thing
I
for
this
people to
would,
try to rape people
this,
live on stream for everyone to see.
hey, do people call the cops on these people? Like, because you can, like while I know that most people do what's called swatting, which
Blade, I
is
think,
really.
got investigated, but there wasn't like it was kind of hard to see in there. It seemed like he
Are
just
you
kind of
telling
like
me none of these
laid on
people
her.
have been swatted?
Oh, these guys haven't really been swatted. They get harassed and different,
That
but
is
what's
okay. Out of all the
what's
people,
good about them is that they're in RVs and they're constantly moving. It's
oh
actually
well,
pretty
that would be
smart.
hard to swat them. But out of all the
Yeah.
people that get swatted, most of them don't deserve to be swatted. It's literally just like some random poor Twitch streamer that's just trying to
Mm.
make a living. But these people probably deserve to be swatted at a good point, especially when Andy Dick is what was he lathering the dude's asshole with lotion? Was that?
Okay, well, first, okay, well, I want to point out that him putting his hand in his pants, this is a separate occurrence that we talked about last time. This is another occurrence of him assaulting someone in his sleep. And
Yeah.
yeah, this is a live streamer called JJ. That's his name. And he was, I could tell he was that type of drunk. Like I could see, I watched the lead up to it too, and it'll be in that video. They actually go through it, but like you can tell he's so out of it. Like because there's like a girl that's like as like Andy's like teasing him and like going up and like kissing him in the face, and she keeps asking him like, "Are you okay with that?" And you hear like Andy Levine like, "Yeah, he's okay with it. He's good with it. He
God
likes it."
damn it.
And then he's
I
like,
shouldn't be
and the dude's just like,
laughing.
"Huh?" And the dude's just like, "Huh?" And she's
I
like,
should
"You're
not
good
be.
with him like kissing your face?" And he's like, "He kissed my face." Like he's
Oh.
not. He doesn't even know. Like he's like that's
Ah.
how out of it like this
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
is.
gotcha. Gotcha.
And it
So,
wasn't like with the Sonic because the last dude, the dude that it happened to before, it didn't go as far as just like him kind of like starting to put his hand down his pants
yeah,
when he was
that's just
sleeping.
a
But that dude
comical
forgived
moment. But
him.
this, don't they, aren't the, didn't this lead to like a rape kit having to be used now?
Yeah, okay, yeah, and it gets into it like at somehow, the dude JJ, remember he kind of remembered just like leaving with him, like Andy was showing him something, and they went out to apparently Blade's old RV, which is actually apparently just stationary right now. It's broken down in the wood,
God damn it, Blade.
and took him out
This
into this like
classic though.
this
The Blade,
abandoned rape RV
dude.
and like slept like apparently he said like I guess at some point like laid in bed with them and he said that's where his memory is foggy and like then he ended up back at his RV and he said that he woke up
Legitly.
and he said like he smelled lotion like in parts like on his like around his like back and his ass like his asshole uh like near his genitals too like and he's like I don't put like lotion down there that wasn't there before and
Oh man.
yeah and he confirmed that he did leave alone with Andy to a separate location so
But fucking,
yeah
this is unrelated. But man, I Blade. What a hell of a like a very
I don't know
very like
I
terrible
don't think
story
Blade was
because
there for
literally
that
12
exact
years
thing.
ago, literally 12 years ago, I was watching YouTube videos of him literally just playing Call of Duty only using the knife weapons.
I recommend there's a good I don't know if it's Rabbit Hole that does it, but there's someone that does a rabbit hole like one. I think it might be the rabbit hole dude down the rabbit hole, but he does a really good thing on Blade.
Like, man, like if you told me that he'd be some sorry drunk living in a broken down RV in the woods 12 years ago, I'd be like,
his
the fuck, he's just
his
a
foot
kid.
is literally rotting off.
Like the fuck.
Like that's what they kept like I've seen footage of like him just hanging out like he's like just surrounded by like piles of cigarettes and beer just like sitting there like smoking drunk and you just like see his like open like gangrenous toe
Man.
just like kill it killing himself slowly
Holy
though he's still
shit,
around.
dude. Like, man. What a fucking like what a way to go, man. What a random ass life to have to be making YouTube videos and then just to fucking be live streaming yourself dying.
Yeah, I never watched the live streams, but I get so much of it just because of like Billy the Fridge covers it because he is part of like the live stream community too. Like just from DP to just like it is funny just to dip your head into like the fucking circus freak show that is.
Like holy shit. But yes, we can get back to Andy. Fucking
Oh yeah, So yeah, rape kit is being was he went to he's pressing charges and the police asked him to go to the
I
hospital. They have to like
I
go to
really
the
hope
hospital.
there was no penetration, so this can be a comical story.
What I think happened is that, and there's some, and I'll have to like show you in the video. There is some things that show that there might have been sort of a setup, or I kind of feel like there's some evidence that they might have tried to do a setup, but I feel like it was sort of a half and half thing where they might have just tried to like set up something like a just like something to happen, but they didn't mean it for it to go
For it to
this
go,
far and kind of
yeah,
backed out,
gotcha. They
and they
they
baited the
baited him.
lion.
Definitely. Okay, I understand. Which,
I I
that's
still
fucked
think
up if they baited him,
he
but
still
man,
did
what the
it.
fuck?
But I don't think he did penetration. I think he's smarter than that. What I think happened is that he probably lubed up around to just like his ass cracked and probably just rubbed up on him, and because they found like dirty tissues and stuff, so he probably just like came on him and wiped it off.
Oh man,
That's
that
what I feel like. That's what I feel like happened. I feel like
if
Andy
they had a
probably knows that
consensual now, if they had a consensual agreement that they Andy could do
it wasn't
this,
consensual.
it would be 100% okay, but
Yeah,
for fuck's sake, it's not
and
consensual.
and Andy was probably also almost near the same blackout drunk that he was, but Andy also has like experience just living in that, and like it doesn't excuse predatory
Okay,
behavior.
when is Andy Dick ever sober? Like
Man, it's
Andy
a
Dick
hard.
is
I
one of the
will warn you
few
when if you
people.
there's a bunch of footage of like the lead up to
If
it.
you
It is uncomfortable, and I'll have to say if you do feel bad, you have to be
gotta have some
you do
thick
have to
skin to
be
watch.
but like the reaction of everybody too, just like Jay, I don't know that that streamer dude, man. Like even when he's sober, man, it seems like he's just kind of perpetually brain dead.
Oh, god, dig it.
I'm sorry, but it's like my favorite joke thing was I said this like I don't think JJ can consent at any time.
God damn it.
uh, but
Andy Dick was
my
supposed to
heart
be our
goes
meal
out to him.
ticket,
He's a
damn it.
short dude.
That's why I'm so that's ultimately we were supposed to find Andy Dick and he was supposed to make us famous.
He was supposed to rape us.
God damn it.
But
But
now we know. I mean, see, that's what that we're getting too close. We were like, oh, let's go meet Andy Dick, but then we just got warned what happens when you
yeah,
meet
we
Andy Dick.
definitely dodged a bullet there.
He's that at any point he's looking for an opportunity to get you unconscious and get you into bed.
No, I really wonder if it's just him having to sleep with someone unconscious, or if he's just so conked out of his mind that he's not really aware that the fucking what he's doing either. That's the
I think
problem
it's a
when it comes.
combination of that. He probably has a fetish for it too. He probably just
Yeah,
likes
that's what I'm saying.
just
Like, is it a fetish that he has for? Because some people do. Like that.
because
It's
he's got
unfortunate,
boyfriends
and
that he
this
just
this
fucks
is the
all the
problem
time.
that I don't like. You can still make that shit consensual, like the unconscious stuff. Like you don't have to force it on anybody. You just have to have a
Mhm.
adult conversation with somebody. It I hate that's like the one thing that people just refuse to do, and that's that ultimately what makes it fucked up is you refuse to talk to
Mhm.
your partner.
Yeah. But now he waits to tell people are just so dead drunk and then doesn't care if there's anybody, even a live streaming camera in front of him. He's going to rape that person.
See that definitely
And then he'll
deserves
keep going like,
that.
ah, no, he likes
You
it. Ah.
you have plenty of evidence to swat these people. Plenty of evidence to swat them.
Oh, my actual literal quote. He's like, that literal quote. I forget if it was this one or no, it was for the one for the Sonic before. He's like, if he wants me to stop, you wake up.
Oh my god. No, Andy. No! I shouldn't be fucking laughing at this. Oh, it's like the
It's just
worst
so
fucking thing.
it's so ridiculously evil. It is something out of American Dad.
That's exactly out of fucking It's exactly what something Rogers has done. He's literally done shit like this.
That's why like now I see like I always thought like, oh yeah, it does seem like Roger's a little bit based off of Andy Dick, but now I know that Roger is exactly based off of Andy Dick.
Like, there's no doubt about it. You can't defute that.
He is the live action. He is live action Roger.
That it makes it perfect how the only person Stan was able to replace Roger with that one episode is Andy Dick.
Yeah. Oh man,
Oh shit.
man, that's like that is a weird world to like dip your head into to let the live stream in. There's a
Yeah, I
lot of
mean,
really just like sorry saps in that.
I and I think some of them play it up because they make money off that shit. To be honest, some of, especially
Do you know
that
Burger
one dude.
World?
I hate to say it, that one pitiful dude that's always like begging
Mm,
his wife for sex on live stream. They are definitely doing that shit because he is getting attention.
mhm,
Like because I have never seen somebody since we're talking. I've never like I've watched the of course you dabble in the you've watched a few drunken peasants and moist
mhm,
criticals. They react to this
yeah,
shit and it's
mhm,
fucking like the cringiest shit ever. It's like come on now, come on, you're really
mhm,
doing this on live stream while you're stream while you have like 1,000 people watching you. Come on, man. Come on. I've never I have seen people like be cringy at the bar, but I've never seen people go to the point where they're begging on their like knees.
mhm.
Like in public. The shit
Have you ever heard of Burger World?
Burger World.
It was a live. It was like a live, live streamer called Burger World. One of the live streamers. He
Uh
actually left. He left his whole family to
Holy
become a live
shit.
streamer.
No,
Yeah,
I have
like and
not
just
heard
like
of him.
yeah, and
But I've
like
heard plenty of like live streamers leaving like their whole life. Their van like the van live streamers, like not even just the van vloggers alone. They fucking like almost ditch their entire lives to go live in a van for the rest of their lives to
mhm,
make content, which is
yeah.
nuts. It's
But
insane.
Burger World is like there. It's been a half me. You might have. What was his name? I know his name was Burger World. There's a where's the video? There's a video of him that like he was following this like I think it was the Bang Bus actually. They had a bunch of streamers that they had like on there too, and and they make him like eat a worm to get on, and then like
What?
he's on there for just like a little bit, and then like they stop at another place and they all get off for a second, and then he gets off. They all get back on, and then they leave him behind, and
Fuck
it's just like
yes.
and I don't like he was like talking about like yeah like I
I
ate the
hate to say it
worm,
though.
man. I
I
ate
hate
the
to say
worm, and then like you don't actually see him, but it's like not until the door closes on the bus, and you just see him just like standing there, and oh my god, it's the comedy of it of just like
like I
him
hate the Bang
revealing
Bus
what he even
people.
looks like.
The Bang Bus people, they're fucking college bro assholes. But God,
No,
that
it
is
wasn't the Bang
perfect.
Bus. That wasn't Bang Bus. I'm getting mixed up. There's another person that got kicked off of Bang Bus because they couldn't get it up. Um, but no, this was a streaming bus. I was
Gotcha,
wrong. This was
gotcha.
like a streamer bus.
I was about to say Bang Bus is fucking awful fucking people because they pick on they do pick on a lot of people.
Oh, Burger Planet, not Burger World. Excuse me.
Yeah, no,
But yeah,
it
there's
sounds like
Ice
that
Poseidon.
fucking
Ice Poseidon's
it sounds like a
horrible too, but
food reviewer to be honest. Sounds like one of those pathetic food reviewers that try to fucking copy review bruh.
Burger Planet. I just want to show you the video of him just being left behind.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, his thing was called Planet, and he went by Burger Andy.
Ah, nice. That is a great name, though. You telling
I
me this
think
guy
he
didn't
might
get
be like
famous?
semi. I think he's living in his car now.
Burger Andy should be living in his car. The fuck with a name like Burger Andy? Look at this guy. This guy doesn't live in his car. Okay, okay. If this guy did not live in his car, I would be
Look at
surprised.
that
This guy
video.
lives in his
I
car.
hate that it's spoiled it. I hate that the thing spoils it. It's better not to be spoiled because you don't see him until the end of it, and it's just him being like, "What the fuck?
Oh shit.
Like, why'd you leave me behind, guys?" But also, I think there's some like pedo shit he did too. I have to like read back, look into that. There's a whole rabbit hole
This
into
is like a
Burger
party
Daddy.
bus or something. I have no clue what this is.
Ice Poseidon's
What the
there.
fuck?
Ice Poseidon's the dude that has the giant nose.
Oh my god. This is fucking perfect. His reflection.
That's one of Zach's. I know that's one of Zach's favorite. That's one of Psychic Pebble's favorite videos.
That is fucking
they made
perfect.
they
Oh
made him
my
eat a
god.
worm. the most
Just
the most
his reflection.
schoolyard.
His sad little reflection as the door closes.
And
With
I
the,
don't feel bad for this guy at all because he
with the
chose to leave his family life to go back to a high school like esque life because this is literally something that like literally happens in elementary school. You get made to
oh
eat a
my
worm and then
god.
everybody thinks they're weird when you do it and then they leave you behind.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to link that. I'm gonna have to fucking link that. Oh, you gotta go watch. Like, if you're listening to this, you gotta go. That is just the best video. Like, we need to set it up to where we can fucking react to shit.
Who you call him, Pinhead?
Oh man, that is like I can't get over just how the perfect timing it is. Just the slow but sure realization in his face that they're fucking leaving me behind.
See, if it came out that Burger Andy was self-aware this whole time, then he would be a genius because that like comedy is like perfect.
Oh shit. I would hate it though. I would hate it because you can't be that genius. You can't perfect that. This shit just gotta happen naturally. Especially that video. That video is not crafted.
Mm. The giant nose dude that he's with is a more popular live streamer. And
They
that dude was
allowed
kind of trying to
everybody.
help him out.
They let everybody on the bus but him, dude.
Yeah, they let Ice Poseidon on the bus. He just recently, I think he's about to go to jail because he just recently scammed everybody with an NFT scam.
Oh man, what
Who
a
would buy
fucking
who would buy NFTs from like a real life streamer? No
the
clue. That's real idiots.
NFT market is crashing. He's gonna regret that because the NFT market is plummeting. I'm
Oh, he
not gonna
already
lie.
abandoned it. He took all the money and just like took it all out and completely let it crash.
Well, good. That I hate to say that it was actually smart on him because I was thinking about it for a second because I'm kind of mad that I didn't get into cryptocurrency because I could have made some cash off of that shit.
Mm.
But the
Oh,
NFT thing,
especially earlier. Yeah,
but the
but
NFT was just, it was too sketchy for me, especially with all the websites that started popping up out of fucking nowhere. And when Ubisoft,
Starfish actually got some Dogecoin at
when
the
a
point,
fucking
but he didn't
video
get enough.
game company starts selling fucking cryptocurrency, that's when you know it's shady as fuck.
Hmm.
Because Ubisoft started selling NFTs for your video game so you can have a helmet that has a special number encoded on it that only your character can wear.
The
Isn't
only
that
time to
exciting?
get into NFTs was when it was just beginning and you just scam a bunch of people and then quickly get back out of it.
Yeah, yeah. You literally bought a picture or you copied and pasted it and then you posted it on an NFT website and people just ate that shit up.
Or if you're a genius, you made the NFT yourself.
Well, that's not a gene. That's just actual an actual artist trying to sell their unique work. With that, I kind of understand if you make a picture on a computer and you want only one copy of that file. I sort of understand that because that increases the value of that picture slightly, but
See ya.
the the second you post that online is the second that value goes away because it's, I hate to say it, right clicking, opening image in new tab, saving image as does exist, and there are, it's like the easiest workaround.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, and now
Mhm.
you don't even have to do, you can just you can just increase the size, have it on the screenshot, and crop the screenshot, and there you go. Like there is
Mhm.
just so many workarounds that once you upload something to the internet, it. I hate that people fucking think people download their YouTube videos. No, dude, they use OBS to fucking record the window. They just capture the window and edit accordingly. That's what everybody does. I mean, I hate to be
Mhm.
bringing out YouTube secrets, but I've learned the craft. I know for a fact that some YouTubers are lazy as shit, dude. That they literally don't edit. They just fucking record a video, a 10-minute video of them going on their phone in portrait and upload it, and they make $10,000s.
Mhm.
Sorry, I got into a little
Dude,
rant there.
we should become traveling life streamers, real
We
life
probably would
streamers.
actually be making. We would actually probably be making more money than we are now.
Just like only in an RV, and then you just like have to kind of survive off the donations
It
and doing
has to be
crazy
a
shit.
Winnebago though. It has to be a
Hmm.
Breaking Bad Winnebago.
Yes. That was one of the coolest things of like I wish there was it seemed like the real life streaming used to be like better back in the fringe days. Like especially because it was like the ones that were on like specific like public access TVs like owned by this like oh no it was a channel, yeah, it was like a public access channel, but it got owned by this the I forget his name, but he's like I think he's like the son of like the Coca-Cola dudes.
Yes, you're
But
talking about the random ass ones that like legitly was recorded in somebody's basement or RV randomly somewhere. That
Yeah,
only is like,
Billy the Fridge.
yeah,
Billy the
very.
Fridge got hired by him, and him and Joe, he was given an RV, and they were given like thousands of dollars, like in like unlimited, but basically unlimited budget, to just like go across the country, and they're supposed to do like a bunch of like these like different like shenanigans, like almost like jackass level.
Oh man. Well, we wouldn't do Jackass, but man, we
It
should
wasn't like
be.
that. It wasn't physical like that, but it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like them
I
going
got
to
you. Like I said,
yeah,
even we wouldn't do shenanigans because I'm too chicken shit to do that kind of shit. But we could be unfringed. We could be the
mhm.
unhinged.
Yeah. But their
We
whole
would
thing
have to
was they were supposed
definitely
to like
edit, but
interview the Westboro Baptist Church, and then Billy was supposed to come out naked, and then they actually staged it though. They staged that because they couldn't actually like set up an
I
interview
was
or
about
like
to
get
say
any in
I
contact with
definitely
him.
wouldn't stage like you waking up to me like screaming in nothing but a bathrobe on top of the RV going, "The end is nigh, the end is nigh." While beating on like a coffee pot or something.
But then that dude, yeah, the dude found out that it was staged, and then he cut off their funds.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. But we've gone on long enough. This has kind of been
Mhm.
kind of extra relaxed. I'm still putting it as a normal. Already got a title. Is Steven a Tulpa? And
Mhm.
Andy Dick's in trouble.
Mhm.
All right. So if you've been listening to the song, thank you so much. We've been kind of babbling. It, Please like or comment dislike on the video and share it around. And go check out some more of our content. We have more relaxed talks to listen to. We have movie and TV shows and loose butthole reviews, and we have some Let's Plays to check out. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Do you have a sign off that you want to give Spooge?
If yeah, if you could make a gadget level Tulpa out of any fictional character, who would it be of?
Hmm. I know I've answered this question before, but my answer's changed because you really got to think of what you're creating.
Hmm.
Because most likely it's going to end up having a mind of its own. Do you have an answer?
Hmm. Oh,
All right,
actually, I
well,
didn't put any thought into this answer. We'll have to come back to
yes,
that.
another a topic for another day. All right, and this will be
Yeah.
a bye bye.
Bye bye.